and she is going out tonight, and I am staying in, and I have never felt so wretched, breathless in her wake. I imagine her, 200 miles away behind the bulletproof perspex of a pre-club routine. She has pink lips, PVC, a bump of cocaine, a shot of Beyonce, blue ticks piling up and no time for reply, whereas I am here. Carb heavy, gym jam ready, haunting these rooms oh so fucking badly. No one is scared of me. I'm Baron Trump, scavenging the White House kitchens for pavlova after lights out. I'm beans on toast and funny uncles, cardigans and weather, ugly as a jailer, picking my nose. Well, she is red carpet camera flash, stop, half turn, smile, laugh with the Uber driver, on the list, jump the queue. She is calling BS on us all. She is tank girl, she's tear gas honest. She's a suffragette, not looking back at the explosion she has caused for noble reasons, while I, William Hague in a baseball cap, tap my Scrabble app and check my bank balance, still overdrawn, Bombay bad boy, David Mitchell does a smug monologue on Dave, the terror level has been raised to beige as all the mirrors bevel outwards, and I catch myself stooping like my father, and I can't even picture the bar she's in, but it's probably like 1920s Paris, a razor wire back and forth, absinthe green, electrified, and all the blokes are fucking Hemingway, a dashing rugby squad of enfants terribles, the enfants terribles of pre-op post-feminism, the enfants terribles of lexic poetics, the enfants terribles of pop-up Vietnamese street food, the enfants terribles of the Welsh dark net, flaunting the smoking man, earnestly flippant, while I am the enfant glouton of this jar of pickled onions, onesie, slanket, box set, tissues. I'm the bottom half of the internet. I'm a small town curry house the locals think is excellent but is contemptible by city standards. I'm the shit Morrissey says in interviews. I'm pale, male and stale and not all men. I'm Horn and Corden. I'm Deck. Yes, I'm Deck. I'm little Deck, hoisting the takeaway all on me Todd. Gold-hearted and tin-eared. A huge Valentine's bear from Clinton cards. Hug me written across my gut. Pedestaled in a window. Half price come March. Hug me. Hug me. Hug me.
And the moon don't talk to me anymore. And starlings swing on the skeleton in a cage, pecking at the fat and the meat and the seed. And through my dirty window the cherry blossom was always plastic, bought from a fiver from downtown Chinatown. And the moon don't talk to us anymore. And my white tablecloth is stained with coffee which came from a country already in flame. And the moon don't talk to us anymore. She is rising fat and full and furious with grief, a morning that washes up with tide after tide, and the tide that rises with the moon, the salt water crashing to the shore. And the moon won't talk to me anymore, and the moon won't talk to me anymore, and the night is dead, and the dark is long, and the rain pours down like the sky's all a river. And the moon don't sing, and the moon won't sing, and the moon don't sing, and the fear spreads and seeps into everything. It's like a bad smell, it's like smoke under your door. And the moon don't talk to you anymore. You have memories of sleeping in your clothes like a bad dog on a blanket on the floor. Are these memories or premonition? You just don't know anymore, because the moon won't talk to you anymore. And the moon hangs heavy, and the sun has turned his back, and all I see is his coat of clouds, and the rain washes decency away. But the sound of the washing machine is a comfort. It's like the sound of the sea from what you remember, from a postcard someone sent you from before. Remember? It was stuck on your fridge door. It said, "I wish you were here." And I do. I wish you were here. Because the moon won't talk to us anymore. Because the moon won't talk to me anymore. and the fridge feels safe. So we stock up the store. You hope the delivery man washed his hands, cleaned his van, sanitized his face, and has no next of kin. And we buzz on the internet like bees. Oh, we are the lucky ones, aren't we? Hiding at home, locked in our houses, wearing pajamas, boosting the heating. Try not to think of the poor or the elderly, those that ain't safe and those that aren't eating. Think of the food banks, the people in cages, all ages, the kids that needed that one hot school meal. It's got real. All the folk who can't afford bills, unpaid time off work, medicine, pills, and the moon ain't shining anymore. Her milky face seems clotted with uncertainty, and the gods are all stone cold silent today. And the blue sky is a box set you binge in a heat wave. Hope is at the bottom of a well. There's a hole in my bucket, but I keep turning the handle. Because this too will pass. And nothing is forever. And all pigs are equal. But some pigs are more equal than others, speeding off in private jets to bunkers, leaving their brothers. When they voted in this mess, it's flawed, and the moon won't talk to them anymore. Well, the moon won't talk to them anymore. And well, we all didn't picture it this way. You hum along to the fridge. You talk to the washing machine because its face is round like the moon. And you stand there clapping at a feeling. There are scratch marks on the back of the door and the ceiling. Because the moon don't talk to me anymore. Because the moon don't talk to me anymore.
Everything you have ever lost is in here. How the lines on your face were written. How you could not afford your own face. How your face was a battlefield, deserted, a war between parents. How your pockets were tunnels and you were lost in them. How no one came. Even though you called all night, how your call was the sound of something small breaking, how your teeth were tower blocks in which only white ghosts lived, how your skin was a lost birth certificate, how your birth certificate was proof of your death, how they stole your smile to store on a high supermarket shelf, how the industry unmade you, how your tongue was a conveyor belt and you could not make the words fast enough, how your soul was kept well fed in a zoo, how the zoo was a library of lost souls, how the soul stared unblinking from behind glass enclosures, how the glass was etched with the hieroglyphics of rage, how you made an origami figure of a small boy staring, how some boys cry with their fists, how some boys hang themselves from the thin edges of their smiles. I told you that white was the colour that contained all others, how your skin became a colour that contained you, how skin becomes insignia, how they sold black back to you at inflated prices, how rainbows are portents, how rainbows are borders, how you travelled to the other side of the rainbow and met a stranger travelling back the way you had come, how the stranger looks like you, how you are a stranger, how your ancestors will be born after you. Everything you have ever lost is here. How they spat at you, and the saliva became a sea, and you sailed easily across it to the other side of your heart. How your heart was a tectonic plate, how your heart rubbed, how it drifted apart, how other people set up home on the opposite side of your heart to you, how they sent smoke signals, how you answered, how your words turned to ash and blew away, how silence was a song your enemy taught you. How your voice was thin ice you were afraid to walk across. How the last bus home took you to another man's city. How home keeps moving. How you were raped by a high court judge. How judges' wigs are mushroom clouds floating over the horizon. How your dreams were trained to walk in tight circles. How your dreams were dogs. How your father was a bomb and your mother rich in minerals. You were dead. How you were dead. And death brought you flowers and you said, thank you, but you meant. How death waited outside all night. How pebbles against windows sound like Aleppo. How your mouth was a tornado that drew the whole town to it. Everything you've ever lost is in here. When you could have let love sit beside you on a broken back sofa and change the channels. When maybe only one hand was required. When perhaps if you placed your palm prints beside each other, you might have found that they made an atlas that could have led you out of here. And love could have woken you and you could have fallen. And through falling uncovered the archaeology of your wings. When after the grey apocalypse, no one else noticed, you might have realised trees hold hands beneath the earth. How you learn to hold hands beneath the earth. Everything you've ever lost is here. Here is the music of your sister breathing. Here is the shape of your mother. Here is the shadow that abandoned you. Here is your unfound song. Here is the legend of your lost tongue. Here are your teeth, your brittle, your bone. Everything you have ever lost is here. And it's waiting to come home. Thank you very much.